Muy buenas noches a todos ustedes. Les habla su campeona Hanna Gabriels. Good night to everybody. This is Hanna Gabriels. On May the 2nd, I was visited by the VADA personnel so that they could do the doping test, right? So we were sitting around waiting for me to want to pee, and along with the conversation, the subject about the puppies that just were born in my house came out. Mi perrita es una bulldog francés. My dog is a French bulldog. April 26, en abril 26, my doggy had the puppies. So when she had the puppies on April 26, they gave us, they prescribed some medicines and pills and whatever, and we took her home and we took care of them. When it was 2nd of May for the test, for the doping test, I already had 7 days taking care of the dog and the puppies. This conversation with the specialist in doping, he said, "What are you using for, the wound?" So I gave him the list of medicines, and he said, "Oh, Hannah, there is a medicine here that could affect you." So he said that in the past, some athletes have been positive because of this medicine, that it was the equivalent for humans, it was the equivalent for dogs, right? So he said it might be a problem. So he said, "No worries, we have to do a report. We have to report the fact that you've been taking care of your dog and this medicine is being used." I'm going to explain the procedure real quick, okay? So bulldog francés, the French bulldog has a condition where when they are born, their nose and their mouth, they're not separated. So the mom has to have a C-section so that the doggies don't drown, so that the puppies don't drown. So they have a C-section. The mom has a C-section, and then the doggies, you have to stimulate them. Every time that they're going to eat, you have to wake them up, stimulate them for them to pee or to do number 2. Then you have to first you have to clean up the mom, the wound. Then you have to put them to drink milk. Because if they have this condition, when they drink the milk goes to their nose. And if the nose reaches the lungs, they get an infection and they die. So what we have to do is to suck their nose, the milk out of their nose, so that we can avoid them getting sick like that. So I was doing this procedure every 3 hours from 6 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock at night, while my husband will do it in the between 12 o'clock at night and 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, so that I could sleep, because of course I had to fight, so I had to rest. So I was in contact with this medicine by the time that I had the VADA test for 7 days, for several times a day, and we sent a report. Every time you finish feeding the doggies, you have to clean the wound of the mom and then spray the scar medicine, like the spray that is used for that. So I reported this situation being like this, that I was in contact with this medicine at this time for 7 days. When the specialist said that I should avoid the use, I said I will do my best, but then through the days when the puppies will drink their milk and they will scratch the wound of the mom, the wound was getting open. So I couldn't avoid using the medicine so that we can rush on the scar procedure, but also because it was getting infected. I didn't stop using it. I was called negligent because of this, but in my house, from the smallest one to the biggest ones, everybody has the same value. And it was no question about it that I was going to put in jeopardy the well-being of my dog or my puppies. So I assumed that by the report being, by this being reported, if there were any consequences, this will be taken into consideration. 5 days later, May 7th, the second test of VADA was made, and that was it, right? Thursday, this last Thursday, by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I got a call from my manager, and he said, you have an adverse result with VADA. They told me that the fight wasn't going anymore, and I asked why. As they said, it was something present in the urine test. So they were telling me then that I was facing a 1-year sanction. Then my manager asked me, do you want me to tell them to open the second test? If they open the second test, and if the levels are the same or more or whatever, they will sanction you for 3 years, and the sanctioning bodies will sanction you for 5 years. I said, open it. I trust myself. I don't need to cheat. I've always been the same. I've defended many titles, many years, and I trusted myself. So I was like, open it. So when they opened the second test, they told me that the levels are higher, and that I was facing a 3-year and a 5-year sanction. It was very sad for me. Then Thursday, so I was in a high school, and I was about to start this workshop. So when I was at that high school, I received a call and said that I was facing a live sanction, and that in about some hours there was going to be a press release destroying me, that the next 48 hours were going to be very, very harsh. When they told me that I was facing a life sanction, I felt sad. It made me wonder, why would my career end up like this? I have walked in the last 17 years the best way I can. I have tried to manage myself in the best way I can, and it just didn't seem fair that my career will end up like that. But I felt tired, and I didn't know if it was worth it to keep the good fight. And these last 2 years, y en estos 2 últimos años, I was waiting to fight Claressa since the day that she took my belt, with me being the champion, but without fighting against me. Y desde hace 2 años yo he estado esperando esta pelea, desde que ella se pasó a mi peso de super welterweight, peleó por mi título, yo siendo la campeona, pero sin pelear conmigo. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because I want you to know that I have never cheated. I don't need to. I have tried to do the very best I can, and I respect boxing too much. I respect the people. I respect my family. I respect the people that follows me and support me too much. I respect my career. I respect my work. I respect my sacrifices. Listen, the doggies are crying already. So I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize what I have worked for so long. So Friday I got up with feeling better, and just realizing that I do have a little bit of fight in me, and that I'm not gonna let my career end up like this. Yeah, I'm gonna fight to prove my innocence. Quiero pelear de probar mi inocencia. And while I was sitting, like I said, in the middle of the storm, there's have been almost 3 days and nobody has mentioned the report That report is in the hands of VADA. That report should be in VADA's hands. And in theory, all that information is shared with the sanctioning bodies and the promoters and everybody. So they should have that report. And they have been deliberately destroying my character, overlooking the fact that I reported this medicine. And durante 3 días simplemente han obviado el hecho de que yo hice este reporte. Se han dedicado a destruir mi reputación, a llamarme tramposa, to call me cheater, and many other things. And I don't think it's fair. Y no pienso que sea justo. That's why I came here today, to tell you what really happened. I would like to say that I do believe that Claressa shouldn't fight anybody that tests positive in any circumstances, no matter what the reason is. I want to say that there is a precedent. Other athletes that have been positive because of the same reason as me, but didn't report it, they have gotten a fine or a sanction for 1 year. Because of the second test, they say I was facing 3 years. And I will gladly accept what the fine is, or even if the sanction is for 1 year, I will accept it gladly because the well-being of mine is first. You know, the thing is that I am facing like a life sanction. Y ahorita el tema es que estoy enfrentando una sanción de por vida, and I just wonder, why will they sanction me for life? I'm a 40-year-old boxer. I haven't done anything wrong. And it's okay if they don't accept it. I can live with that. But I don't think it's fair. So estaba diciendo que yo con todo gusto acepto la responsabilidad si me hacen una multa o me sancionan por 1 año, pero el hecho de que estoy enfrentando una sanción de por vida no me parece justa, porque yo no lo hice intencional. Esto ni siquiera era de mi conocimiento, y tan pronto supimos de ello lo reportamos, y eso es lo que no se está tomando en cuenta en esto. Entonces I decided that I am going to fight to prove my innocence. Decidí que voy a luchar por probar mi inocencia, and all of these people will have to respond for overlooking that report, not mention it, and just destroy my character as they are doing right now. I heard that it didn't really matter what's happening, you know, the fight that I'm not fighting didn't really matter because there were just a few coming to see me. Escuché que realmente no importaba si peleaba o no, porque solo había muy pocos que iban a ir a verme en esa pelea. But to the few, or to the many, that were going to the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, I just want to thank you for your messages. I want to thank you for taking the time and the effort to purchase a ticket. I know they're not cheap at all, but thank you, because this was really an amazing moment for me. And I don't know how things are gonna end up, but I really appreciate your messages. Some people, just by seeing the conference, gave me words of how I impacted their life, and this is truly what I am taking with me. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to cry. So I was saying that thank you to all of those who purchased a ticket. I don't know how many there were, but I was really, really excited to meet with you on the way in. For the many that we made plans to meet at the weigh-in, and I really, really, really wanted to be that night there with you. Like I said, I'm gonna fight to prove my innocence. I just wanted to thank you all, and to thank my team, to thank my husband, to thank the people that surround me, my family, all the people that know me and has called me or text me, letting me know that no matter what, they know and trust my character and that they are with me. Thank you so much. And just to end up, I'd like to say something to you, Claressa. Listen, I am not a cheater. I don't need to. I am not half of the boxer I was 5 years ago. I don't need to cheat. I don't even need strength, like I told you the day of the press conference. I may not be stronger than you, but I don't need it. I have the intelligence and my capability of learning, which I believe is one of my biggest virtues. And I have learned so much that what I got is enough. I will fight to prove my innocence. And I will fight for my career not to end up like this. I don't deserve it. I didn't work this hard to leave it to your hands and to your big mouth. If I'm able to prove my innocence, if I'm able to make that report valid, I will see you soon. I will see you soon. And to all of you, thank you so much. It is my honor. My honor. It is my honor to have the support of those who believe in me.